vast expanse of the cosmos, amidst the mysteries that span the fabric of our reality, lies a frontier not of space but of the mind. This is a journey into the unknown, a voyage that began not with a step, but with a thought. A journey that reveals not just the outer universe but the inner cosmos of the human spirit. Imagine for a moment a world where the boundaries between the physical and the ethereal, the body and the soul, are not as solid as we have come to believe. A world where the essence of who we are can transcend the confines of our physical form to explore realms beyond our wildest imaginations. In the mid-20th century, a man named Dr. Robert Monroe embarked on an extraordinary journey that would forever change our understanding of consciousness and reality. A successful businessman and engineer, Monroe's life took an unexpected turn when he encountered phenomena that defied everything he knew about the world. Monroe began to experience spontaneous out-of-body experiences, or OBs, where he found himself floating away from his physical body, embarking on incredible journeys through different planes of existence. These experiences, initially bewildering and unsettling, became the gateway to a lifelong quest to explore the farthest reaches of human consciousness. Driven by an insatiable curiosity and a scientist's rigor, Monroe dedicated his life to understanding these experiences, pushing the boundaries of what was thought possible, and exploring the untapped potentials of the human mind. His work laid the foundation for a new understanding of the self, the universe, and the intricate web that connects us all. Join us as we delve into the life and findings of Dr. Robert Monroe, a pioneer who charted the unexplored territories of the human consciousness, and in doing so, invited us all to reconsider the true nature of our existence. This is not just the story of a man, but the journey of humanity's spirit, venturing beyond the known into the heart of the ultimate mystery, ourselves. Our story begins in the 1950s, in a quiet study filled with books and the soft hum of contemplation. Dr. Robert Monroe, a man of science and industry, found himself at the precipice of the unknown. His first out-of-body experience, or OB, was not sought after but thrust upon him, a spontaneous departure from the physical world that both intrigued and perplexed him.
Here I was, lying in bed, waiting for this vibration to stop so I could go to sleep. And I began to think about Saturday and what a nice day Saturday would be, simply because of the fact that a cold front had come through, and it meant that up at Wurtsboro, where I was a member of a glider club, that the ridge lift would be tremendous. And that's when I found myself bumping against the ceiling. And in bumping against the ceiling, I didn't know what had happened until finally I looked around and said, oh, where am I? What is this? And I saw this flat thing I was lying on, as it were, like a concrete floor, and there was a fountain coming out of it. And the fountain, when I got positioned the other way around, was the chandelier hanging down from the ceiling, and I was bouncing against the ceiling. And I thought, oh, now I know what this is. Vibration is the beginning of the death process.
As Monroe hovered above, detached from the confines of his physical form, the room around him began to transform. What was once familiar now appeared as a gateway to the ineffable. It wasn't just the ceiling or the walls that encompassed his perception, but a vast expanse that beckoned with whispers of undiscovered truths. Drawn by an unseen force, Monroe found himself moving through a tunnel of light, an experience described by many who have ventured close to the edge of mortal existence. Yet there was no fear, only a profound sense of peace and curiosity as he emerged on the other side, into a realm unbound by physical laws. In this new dimension, Monroe was not alone. He encountered beings of light and energy, entities that communicated not with words but through the exchange of pure thought and emotion. Each interaction was a lesson, a sharing of knowledge that transcended earthly experiences. Amongst these beings, Monroe saw the interconnectedness of all existence, a tapestry woven from the threads of individual consciousness into a universal whole. He understood that life, in all its forms, was a journey of exploration and growth, a series of experiences that stretched beyond the physical realm into the infinite. As the journey reached its natural conclusion, Monroe felt a gentle pull, a call back to his physical form. The transition back was smooth, like waking from a profound dream. Lying in his bed, Monroe opened his eyes, not just to the familiar surroundings of his room, but to a new vision of reality and the possibilities it held.
I swam back down through the air to get back into the... And I was able to flop back in the body, and I sat up. I went back to the doctors, and they went through a whole series of tests. And so finally, I was very careful about this vibration and the control of it. But it got irritating, so I said, well, what the heck? Let's see what'll happen. And I went out again. I went through a whole series of tests, of verification, of going somewhere, doing something, observing things and stuff like that. And as a result, I got completely away from any fear, and that only did put together a much more devastating thing, and that's curiosity.
This first journey was just the beginning. Driven by a relentless quest for understanding, Monroe dedicated his life to exploring these non-physical realms, documenting his experiences and developing methods for others to explore their own consciousness. His work laid the foundation for a new paradigm of human potential, forever altering our perception of the seen and unseen universe. Empowered by his experiences and fueled by a desire to understand the mechanics of consciousness, Dr. Monroe turned to the realm of sound. His exploration led to a groundbreaking discovery, HemiSync, a technology based on binaural beats, designed to synchronize the two hemispheres of the brain and facilitate altered states of consciousness.
To create a binaural beat, and that's how HemiSync was born. And that is, you know how it works, I'm sure. That's by setting one kind of signal, say 100 hertz signal in this ear, and then 104 hertz over here. And the differential, that 4 hertz, is synthesized by the mind, the brain. You can't hear it, it's too low in frequency to hear. But it is very effective to get that 4 hertz, which is a brainwave frequency, into the human mind.
The implications of HemiSync were profound, offering a tangible method for anyone to explore the depths of their consciousness, to heal, to create, and to expand their perception of reality. In his relentless pursuit to understand and facilitate the exploration of human consciousness, Dr. Robert Monroe embarked on a mission that would crystallize his discoveries into a structured experience, the Gateway Process. Designed as a series of workshops and audio exercises, this innovative program was crafted to safely guide individuals through the various states of consciousness, empowering them to explore beyond the physical realm. The profound implications of the Gateway Process did not go unnoticed. In the early 1980s, it caught the attention of one of the most clandestine organizations in the world, the Central Intelligence Agency, or CIA. The agency embarked on an in-depth analysis of the Gateway Process, aiming to understand its potential for enhancing human cognition and exploring consciousness. The CIA's investigation into the Gateway Process was part of a broader interest in psychic phenomena and its applications for national security. Documents declassified years later revealed the agency's curiosity about the program's ability to expand the mind's capabilities beyond conventional boundaries. While the full extent of the CIA's experiments remains shrouded in secrecy, the mere fact of their interest speaks volumes about the potential they saw in Monroe's techniques for transcending the known limits of the human mind. Thank you for joining us on this journey. May the voyage you embark upon illuminate the path to your truest self, and in the vastness of your exploration, may you find the light that guides you home.